So as we know, most of the country has been hit by some pretty bad winter storms over the past 2, 3, maybe month. One location that was hit exceptionally hard was Texas, right? Left dozens of people dead, millions and millions without power, and I saw the other day nearly 15 million people had water problems. Maybe that's pipes frozen or something like that, where they're asked to conserve and this storm could end up being the most costly disaster in state history, potentially exceeding what Hurricane Harvey, I think that's what it was called, did. $125 billion in damage from that hurricane, and it's approaching that. That's what you get when you don't update your infrastructure for 50 years, but that's another story. In Texas, 254 counties, every single county in the state were impacted by this weather in some way or another. And much of this can be blamed exclusively on Texan lawmakers, but that's not the point, even though they were warned and recommended several times that they could avoid situations like this, or at least lessen the effects of a situation like this. They rejected the science and refused to protect the state's power grid from extreme weather like this. But we don't need to get into why they're complete morons. But that does introduce the theme of today, which is pretty simple. The United States educational system has failed, and there are people out there amongst you that are dumber than you could ever imagine.
What's that? Who was the infamous person that said,
was it George Carlin?
Like, think of the dumbest person you know, and then, like,
there are people out there that are smart as them.
half as smart as them.
Thing, yeah.
And, you know,
that's so true.
This has probably been the plan of the United States for several decades. Cut education so that these people can be dumb motherfuckers farting in bathtubs and laughing their asses off. If you like Tropic Thunder, that's a good quote from that. Essentially, more and more people nowadays are rejecting science and, unfortunately, sharing their thoughts and ideas on social media, which leads to our topic for today: fake snow.
And the episode title, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
no pressure.
This storm hit Texas and the rest of the country. Although I think most of these videos come from Texas because most of the rest of the country is aware of what snow is.
Like, we're very familiar with snow.
Yeah. So while it was ongoing, this winter storm, they spent their time creating and sharing videos on TikTok, on Twitter, on Facebook, on all the social media platforms. Usually, the few that I saw before they got deleted because they realized how stupid they were, they take snow, they go out and they get a handful of snow and they ball it up in their hands, which compacts it. And they hold a lighter to it, right? And the snow doesn't melt, and suddenly it's covered in black markings, burning, the snow burning, like if you held a lighter to that water bottle or something. This snow, of course, is fake, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
It was created by the government. A few people specifically created this.
The weather department.
No, but I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was going to say, are you going to name the one specific person that everyone wants to keep blaming?
Yeah, I got a few.
Okay.
I got a few they want to blame. So yeah, as their evidence, no other evidence other than they hold a lighter to a snowball, and it appears to not melt, and it's covered in black markings. That is their evidence. That's the extent of their evidence. And
thorough.
By the way, this has been disproven several times. That storm, I don't remember how many years ago, 6 or 7 or whatever, in Atlanta when they had tons of snow.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing happened there too. People lit the snow with the lighter and it didn't melt, and it was explained very simply then, and it's going to be explained very simply now. It's just not true.
I just want to say really quick.
Yeah.
I've been around snow a whole lot. Never once have I been like, I'm going to light it on fire.
Also, you are not a moron.
Like, why? That's never crossed my mind. Yeah. Why is everybody doing this?
I was going to say even broader. I've never been around snow and been like, can I trust this shit?
Yeah.
Is this fucking real?
It's
like,
all fucking lies.
You got deeper issues if like it snows and you're like,
better
not in
burn
my
it.
town.
Yep.
Better
not
burn
in
it.
my town. There's
Bill
no
Gates.
way this is real.
So they create these videos, and before too long, they spread like wildfire all over the internet. but they begin to take interesting twists and turns along the way. And now we're here, in the midst of Joe Biden's dark winter.
Oh my God. Okay.
Just barely over a month into office, and Joe Biden has already manipulated and controlled the weather to make this happen. Here's a quote. "This is warfare, an attack on Texas by altering the jet stream, seeding the clouds, and ultimately causing the storm that block out over 4 million people." Naturally, besides the obvious reaction of reading someone seriously saying this and thinking to yourself, holy shit, you're fucking stupid, there's absolutely zero evidence of any of this. The storm was, they were pretty clearly told ahead of time, this storm's coming your way. Here's how it's forming. Here's where it's coming from, blah, blah, blah.
See how it's fucking up everything along the way.
It was observed by National Weather Service. It was observed by NASA. Like, everybody knew it was coming, and they, granted, I don't know how much protection they could have given themselves in the short amount of time before it came, but over the past years, they've failed to. I mean, climate change, you have higher highs and lower lows. That's just how it works. But if you reject the science and fail to protect yourself, whether that be something as simple as, I saw a lot of people blaming it all on green energy. Oh, yeah, look at this is green energy. Well, you know, maybe if you look at places like Canada or Northern Europe where it's really cold, or Alaska, and you see that they properly treat their wind turbines so that they're not going to freeze up when it's, you know, sub-zero temperatures. Not to mention, 80 to 90% of Texas energy is still natural gas.
That's what I've heard.
Coal.
80%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an abysmally small percentage of it is green energy.
I've seen a lot of people being like, "Look at the Green New Deal," and it's like that's not even like been implemented yet. So I don't know why you're trying to blame it on that.
And the reason that natural gas and coal failed is because they failed to update and upgrade their entire infrastructure over the last 50 years. Well, it was built to last 50 years, and we're well past that.
And they were told a decade ago, the last time there was a big snowstorm, like, hey, you need to winterize.
And they didn't do it.
Nope.
They didn't do it because it's a privately owned energy island with no regulation.
Exactly. So while, you know, the vast majority of this is entirely Texan lawmakers and lobbyists' fault, they could have avoided this, or like I said, at least
in a way, it is
massively
the government's
lessened.
Fault.
Yeah, it is. You're right. That being said, back to cloud seeding. We were talking about this earlier. Cloud seeding is an authentic process. They use substances similar to dry ice or silver iodide, and they put it in the clouds. Used to enhance precipitation, dissipate fog, modify hurricanes, things like that, and also decrease lightning and hail during thunderstorms. Notably, this has been used in Indonesia and China to help put out forest fires during intense drought seasons, or relieve the droughts, or potentially clear air in front of like a major international event or something. So, you know, cloud seeding isn't fake. They do that. But there's no evidence that it was ever used to create this winter storm that put, several million people out of electricity.
Yeah.
Does it have the capacity to do that? Like, can clouds, is there any
create
evidence
a blizzard?
Well, no, I was going to say, is there any evidence that cloud seeding alters the jet stream? Because essentially Texas, we live in the same area that it was hit by that. It's the polar vortex.
We got a lot
of
snow from it.
And it gets that cold here every couple of years anyway.
Yeah, we're totally prepared.
More used to it, weather. But the polar vortex thing, there's a name for it because it always extends down to lower areas and stuff. So cloud seeding's been around a while. I would be curious to know if it's like, does that actually impact in any way what the jet stream does? Yeah. Like, does you know what I mean? Right. Like, does precipitation actually, you know?
I feel like it doesn't, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So don't take that as fact. So I went and searched up all these videos where people were sharing their evidence. I have
some I'd like to show.
And I scrolled through a lot of comments. Now, luckily, most of the comments on these videos, they were just the most popular ones that, you know, had the most likes on this topic. I just scrolled through those. The vast majority of the comments are people saying, you're fucking stupid. This is the explanation, blah, blah, blah. So that at least gave me a little bit of hope. But every once in a while, you find somebody who's really stupid. And I've got some quotes I'd like to read. Now, remember, these are comments on the videos where people are sharing their evidence. So they say that's from chemtrails. Yes, because in the early 700 BC, in the Ice Age, the liquid from the dead, and because all of this pollution in the air.
What? Liquid from the dead from 700 BC?
You heard me.
Ew.
700 BC during the last Ice Age.
That's a lot of liquid dead. I don't like that.
I'm pretty sure the last Ice Age was like 10,000, 15,000 years.
Yeah, 700 BC, they like pyramids were 2,000 years old.
I'm imagining like melted mummies though, and it's grossing me out.
A guy boiled it, pH water, tested it, and he said it was acid.
every liquid it has pH.
Just some guy boiled it, pH tested it, and said it was acid. Yeah. Man, wait for it to melt. It's going to destroy the soil all over the nation.
Oh,
the snow?
Yeah. The snow.
Oh wait, is this all one? Are we? You're listing multiple?
I'm listing multiple.
Do they think it's gonna like fuck up our crops? Is that what they're worried about?
Yeah, they think the snow has something in it that's going to melt and destroy the soil.
Maybe this is a weird roundabout way for them to accept pollution.
Maybe, yeah.
Like
they'll only accept pollution as a liberal conspiracy.
Yeah, but whatever. If we can bring it back around,
I
then
like
maybe
these,
some good will come from it.
I like
it's
these
a
last
generously
three.
optimistic view for your particular. You're like
maybe
the idiots will eat their way around in a circle to come back to
they're like kind of getting there. They're kind of getting there.
Dan,
you know what I
play
mean?
It? Wanna switch and play it right now?
Yeah, I have a
before I finish out my quotes.
I have 3 videos. Yeah. Which are probably some of the ones you've...
Yeah.
Oh, these are the people melting snow? Yeah, or trying to melt snow?
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill Gates.
Take off your fucking gloves.
For trying to fucking trick us that this is real snow. You'll see.
Thank you, Bill Gates.
It's not melting.
Oh,
and
I saw this one.
I
kept
hoping
that she set her fingers on fire.
No, don't burn.
She's going to.
Snow fucking melt.
Snow fucking melt.
I don't know what's up with the dumb music on this video, but these are all TikTok videos.
Is it just a block of ice?
Fresh snow for all the haters.
What?
Fresh snow for all the haters.
What does that even fucking mean?
So she just lit a tea light? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, she lit a little tea light, and now she's grabbing a snowball, forming a big old compact snowball.
This is how you burn your thumb.
Holding it over a tiny little tea light.
Christ.
This is exactly making it into a snowball like that is a surefire way to ensure
now she's
that
holding
it's
it up
not
to the
going
camera
to melt and drip all over.
We got a little bit of blackness on it from the
carbon and shit from the wick and everything.
Not melting.
It's not instantly melting on her tiny little tea light.
Yeah, because they don't know what sublimation is.
Yeah. Also, I love that this music.
Why
is
don't
like
they ever go put it in a pan or anything?
This music is like a compilation video I found on YouTube, and it's like a corporate like.
Yeah, this song is it's like hear it in a tech.
So now
she's the future.
Now she's getting out a hair dryer. She's grabbing another snowball, fresh snowball. I want to make sure we use a new fresh sample.
You know what the worst
like
part about this is that it doesn't matter how many times you explain to them why it is melting.
Now she's air drying it, hair drying it. Hair drying.
Look how stupid she looks.
She looks real dumb, not melting instantly on her hair dryer that she just turned on.
No drip, and she's aiming an air gun at it.
I also want to point out the patio that she's standing on with no snow on it because it's all melted.
Yeah.
It's not dripping, but I'm aiming a blowgun up at it.
Yeah, where does she think it's gonna?
It's blowing all the drops.
Where does she
and then
think
here's
it
our
goes?
final video. We got a guy sitting in a really nice looking vehicle.
Here's some good old
Looks like he's already tried it a bunch.
There's a bunch of dirty snow he's trying to burn.
That is some parking lot snow.
It's not melting.
I hope this is satire. This one might be.
That's it.
So I have a few more quotes.
Okay.
These are my favorites. The government messing with the weather.
Oh, okay.
The government messing with the weather. Look it up. The place is called HARP. I looked up HARP. They study the
I know what HARP is.
upper part of the atmosphere, the ionosphere.
HARP is real.
Yeah. They don't.
All these poor like nerdy scientists who are just trying to like do their job, and all of a sudden everyone's mad at them. Like NASA's like, we want to build rockets.
Could you imagine you're like a guy who's just like, yeah, I study weather patterns, and now you need a bodyguard for your
yeah,
children,
exactly.
to go to school.
Now this one is my personal favorite, second to last one. You can really tell this person knows what they're talking about. If you do deep research,
okay.
China said they made an artificial sun to mess up the weather everywhere, especially targeting the USA. That's why our whole... and then it just ends.
Okay. Love that one.
Wait, how is hole spelled?
Yeah, how is hole spelled?
WHO.
I kind of wished it was been our hole.
No, but they clearly wanted to say something else.
That's why our whole energy problem is
That's why my holes.
And lastly, people, our national really need prayer.
Oh.
I agree.
Yeah.
Dude, this reminds me of some of the YouTube comments I get on our conspiracy
Thank you, Bill
videos.
Gates, for trying to trick us that this is real snow. You'll see it's not melting and it's going to burn. Snow don't burn.
Snow don't burn.
That's the quote that woman
Snow
said.
don't burn is your next T-shirt, guys. That's your next Dinosaurs Built a
That's the
Pyramid.
video that made headlines, and I think
Snow
has since been
Snow don't
deleted
burn.
from her TikTok account. She's deleted it because I tried to go there and find it earlier today.
Shit. Snow don't burn is a good T-shirt.
I'm telling you,
burn is good.
it's on the record, guys.
Yep, that's
You
true.
want a portion?
Yeah, we're splitting that.
All right.
Yeah, after cost. We're splitting it after cost.
It's like $4.
There's really everybody here knows,
That's
but
fine.
everybody here knows the explanation of why this doesn't why they're stupid. Why snow doesn't appear to melt and drip all over you when you hold a lighter.
There's a
to
lot of reasons.
But let's go over it just to make sure everybody
cover
else
all the
understands.
bases.
And if we can hopefully educate somebody that
if there's anybody
won't
out
listen
here
to us in the first place, that'd be great.
If there's anybody out here that's listening to this part of the highlight that we released on YouTube, and you've made it through most of this already, we're about to explain to you why you're incorrect and why you can be re-informed.
And it's really simple, but I assume that most people like that will just ignore us. So prove us wrong.
They haven't made it to this part.
Stick around.
Maybe they never got to watch like Bill Nye.
They're busy proving that cheese isn't real because it doesn't melt right.
If they paid like
Paige,
half...
are you talking about Bill Nye the Bottom Guy?
So I'm not ready to release my new company yet.
The real simple explanation for this does not involve China. It does not involve Bill Gates, Joe Biden, Barack Obama,
Joe Biden,
Hillary Clinton,
Job,
the Queen. It doesn't. There's no lizard people involved here. It's simple. The snow does melt.
It's melting.
Okay, but through a process called sublimation, it skips the liquid phase because of heat of you holding the fucking lighter. Have you ever boiled water? You know, water vapors.
Never once.
Do you know what those are?
Mm-hmm.
You have huff some water vapors.
Oh, I've huffed
shit, dude.
That's how you get hydrated.
High.
Now that's
good.
science.
The only
right
way
there.
to hydrate is to
Yeah.
huff
Hey,
water
man,
vapors.
you
You
want-
heard it here first.
You want supple mucous membranes?
So you know how you know how you saw
vaporize
them
that
all
water.
packing down the snow?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Snow's porous, so when you hold the lighter to it, it is just absorbed by the remaining snow. That's why you go outside, and when snow melts, it's not just like it was 65 degrees or something the other day, but you still have huge piles of snow all around because it's absorbing itself. Snow burning and having those black marks, even simpler. You're holding a butane fucking lighter to it. It's,
Yeah.
Butane's burning.
it's soot. It's soot. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's as simple as that. And lastly, holy fuck, how are you so stupid that you don't know simple states of matter?
Oxygen, liquid, gas, plasma,
Oxygen.
air, gas, liquid, plasma. Who's so stupid?
Oxygen.
Who's so stupid?
That's
Not
it.
me.
That's it. We have nothing more to say.
here?
the defense.
Connor's
rests.
doing the mic drop equivalent
Stop being
of
stupid.
closing his laptop
Oh,
cover
man.
And
or his
remember.
iPad cover.
And remember, snow don't melt.
Snow don't melt.
Snow don't
No,
melt T-shirts.
What did they think like the government would gain from doing? Like, what does Bill Gates gain from creating fake snow?
Right. This is actually the problem I have often with conspiracy theories that involve Bill Gates is they often like to blame capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Bill Gates gain by
Creating this fake snow.
creating this fake snow? Yeah.
Disenfranchising a lot of people for a short amount
Like,
of time.
how does he
but
make
like, what
money?
does that
Look,
do?
He
How
gets
does
to
that
prove to
gain
you that
them
global
anything?
warming is real by making it snow in
Well,
Texas.
why?
It's
Why
really
would he
simple,
do that?
okay?
Because he's evil.
It's really simple.
He
He
a chip in
creates
my
all this
grandma.
fake snow, and then they have an excuse to shut the power down to all these millions of people and divert it to Bill Gates' supercomputer.
For the one day he needs to shoot a ray into
Yeah,
space.
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, dude.
All right, I'm in.
Uh-huh.
Not only
Snow don't melt.
Yep.
I'm in.
Snow don't
And that's all we
melt.
got.
I'm in.
Shit. This episode's not called Fake Snow anymore.
It's called Snow Don't Melt.
It's called Snow Don't Melt. Yes.
So I'll have the time to change that from when we
Yes.
recorded this to call it Snow Don't Melt. That's a much better
It is a
title.
better name.
Better title, better shirt, hats
Much
even.
better shirt.
What's the acronym there? Snow Don't Melt?
SDM.
Oh, it's not like MAGA.
That's like
It should be SMD.
Snow Melto with a question mark.
Snow Melto. That's what we should be. Snow Melto?
That's like a little Dicky.
But does Snow Melto?
You hold a lighter, but snow. I can't even say it.
You can't even say it.
Snow Melto?
That was good, Connor.
That was good, Connor. I like that one a lot.
That was good.
There was a higher level of science, I feel like, going on there.
Yeah, we broke down.
Because it was a real thing. Like, I guess with like Don Marshall.
I think we
I
do think we need to break down. After receiving all these mean comments from all these Don Marshall people.
It won't stop the mean.
I know, but I do think we need to break down why they're misinformed.
We don't have time or
we're not for Donald Marshall.
The
stuff,
fucking like
no.
deprogramming skills.
Yeah, are we going to start with like
this?
first grade science classes and then work our way up from there?
This is why lizard people aren't a thing.
But you know what?
It's the lizard people.
I appreciate Connor breaking it down on,
realistically, they shouldn't be our job. They should know that.
They should know that snow don't melt.
Yeah.
Snow don't melt.
Snow don't melt.
Which they know. They do.
Now they know.